Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a fish on a crucifix. That is correct. But why am I making this video today? Well, the first reason is just simply because I think this drawing is going to look a little bit more amusing than not. And the second reason is because the title of this video rhymes just a little bit more so than not. I do suppose there is a third and final reason as well, and that reason is just simply because I want to draw a fish in today's video and because I thought it would be amusing to draw a fish on a crucifix. But the first two reasons are the two main reasons why I am making this video today. Today, to draw the fish on the crucifix, I'm going to be using my Pentel Graph Gear 500 0.5 mechanical pencil first off. Then to fix any of the sketch lines that I might have messed up, I'm going to be using my Tombow Mononoke 3.8 mechanical eraser. Then after that, I'm going to be going over all of the lines once again with my Pilot Metropolitan ballpoint pen with a Pilot G2 0.7mm insert inside of it. And to make sure I get all of the lines correct for the crucifix and everything like that, I'm going to be using my ruler right here. This is a Sakura OA stationary, something like that kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but this is a ruler I got in Japan, and this is the ruler I'm going to be using to make sure the crucifix all lines up and everything like that. But I think that's pretty much all there is to the explanation for the tools I'm going to be using to draw with in today's video. But what am I going to be drawing in today's video? Well, today I'm going to be drawing in my SOHO Urban Artist Sketchbook. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get it all opened up to the nearest open page if I possibly can. And now that I am on the nearest open page, let's just go and just flip it over, make sure it's all centered and everything like that. And now let's go ahead and get to sketching the fish that is on a crucifix. The fish that is staked to the crucifix. Starting off with the jaw. So let's go ahead and just do, I'm thinking I want the top of the crucifix to be like right about here, and then it's going to come down to right about there. So I'm thinking I want the jaw of the fish to be right about here probably. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking I want like the edges of the crucifix to come out. So I want the fish to really only be like that big. So let's start right about there. Just like that. Not a super big fan of it. I could just erase it, but I'm going to try again on another page because I don't feel like erasing the entire little bit of an outline I did there. Maybe I'll go back at a later date and finish up that fish and just have it as an individual drawing, but not right now. Let's go ahead and try this again, though. So let's start off with the jaw right about here. And that's much better. Much better. It's not quite centered per se, but I think it's close enough. I think it will do. Let's go ahead and now give this fish some little details like the eyes, some teeth, and some fins. It's a very bulbous fish, if I do say so myself, but ain't nothing wrong with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and undust my ruler. It's been a while since I used my ruler. So just undust the case. I'm going to go and get my ruler out now. And now I'm going to go ahead and actually draw the crucifix itself. So I'm going to have the crucifix end about 1 centimeter above the fish. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to have it come all the way down right there. And then I'm going to have it be, I'm thinking 2 centimeters wide. Thinking that should work. So let's do all the way over to 2, just like that. And let's bring it down once again. Just like that. And I'm thinking I did mess that up just a little bit by accident. I will admit I should have had it right there. But that's okay. And I'll just clean that up just a little bit later. Just like that. And now I've got to decide where I want the actual like kind of crucifixy bits of the stick now. Right now it's just staked to a stick, but I wanted to actually stake to a crucifix. So, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of a sort of nail right there. And let's go ahead and figure it out. I'm thinking I want the, so it'd look right if it was like right about here. So I'm thinking I want it right about, the jaw is right about at the 5 mark. So I'm thinking I want it about the 4 mark. Should leave it a mark at 4 right there. What do I think about that? Do I think it looks about right? I think it looks a little bit more right than not. So let's have that be the exact middle. And then I'm going to have, so 2 out from 4. It's 2 out from 4.5. No, it was just 4. It was just 4. Okay, so it's 2 out from 4. So we're going to have that go up to 3 right there. And then 5 down there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to have 3 right there and 5 right there. And then I'm just going to connect both of these up just like that. And I'm thinking I want this to be, so this is 15, so I definitely don't want this to be 15 as well. I'm thinking I want to go for, so 15 of that is 7, so I want this to be about 7 wide, but 7 is actually only really the width of the fish, so I'm going to go for 9 or 10. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate in all honesty, though. It's probably what I'm going to end up doing. And let's make sure it's actually straight. It's not super straight right now, so let's just kind of eyeball it just a little bit. And I'm thinking I want it to poking out from 1 on each side, so it's going to go to 11 on this side and all the way to 1 on this side. So let's do that, just like that. And then it's going to go up by, all right, no, I'm going to do that. So let's have that line up just like that and that like that. I'm going to do that just like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to connect it up. Pretty simple and whatnot. Just like that on that side, and this on this side. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a stake right there, and a little bit of a stake. Well, the eye is kind of in the way of the stake, so actually it's kind of, I wasn't really thinking that through. I'm thinking I might make the nails a little bit bigger in all honesty and just kind of have it cover up the eye actually. I might actually do that. So let me go ahead and erase these real quick. I'm going to erase these as well. Just markers I needed. As a whole, this is definitely coming better, coming together. I'm getting more jumbled up. This is definitely coming together better than not. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming together so far. Certainly cannot complain. Let's, I think I'm going to go for, like, right there. I'm going to have, like, a nail, and then, like, right there, I'm going to have, like, a nail, and then, like, right here, I'm going to have a nail. And then it's just going to be attached just like that, I'm kind of thinking. And then these are going to be black on the inside. I feel like that's just too big, though. That's just kind of too big. The nails, they're just too big. So I'm actually going to have to make them a little bit smaller. I wasn't really thinking through with the eye being right there. I really should have thought through a little bit better, but I did not. It is what it is. It's not too big a deal by any means. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have like that right there, and that's just going to be like black. I'm going to have that right there, and then that right there. And then that's just going to be black rather than the eye is going to be just normal. Excuse me, I just burped a little bit. Alrighty. And I'm thinking that's pretty much it, in all honesty. I'm thinking that's pretty much it. I was actually just going to erase this line, but I actually like how that line looks. And I think I'm going to actually measure that and figure out. So that is, just taking that off screen so I can really look. That is 1, 2, 3, nope. 1, 2, just 1, 2 wide. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to add a little bit of 1, 2, boom. And boom, just like that. Just add a little bit something. 1, 2. No, wait, that's wrong. Let's see, so 1, 2, boom, boom, boom. And 1, 2. Just like that. There we go. And I'm thinking I'm gonna leave the bottom just normal. And is there anything else I want to do? Maybe I'll just put a line in the middle right here. So the middle is right at 1. There we go, just like that. And then I'll put another line going through this one. Just to add some extra little detail and whatnot, and I'm thinking that's pretty much all there is to the crucifix. And the fish, I'm thinking the fish is pretty much on the crucifix, so now I'm thinking it's time for me to go ahead and actually finish this drawing up just a little bit more so than not. So let's go ahead and get the cap all off of my Pilot Metropolitan ballpoint pen with a Pilot G2 0.7 millimeter insert inside of it. And now let's go ahead and actually get to drawing. And, well, not drawn. I've already been getting drawn. I'm going to go ahead and actually get to finishing up the drawing. So I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just outline the fish itself, just like that. I want to be a little bit neat with this drawing, but I don't care to be like super neat. Mess that up just a little bit more so than not, but it is what it is. It doesn't need to be exact per se. What's going on? It's not like in the graphite. And then we'll be going over these lines again just to add some extra little details and whatnot as well. Let's go ahead and now do that. I might actually not do that right there because it actually kind of makes it look a little bit three-dimensional, and that's not what I'm going for. So I'm actually going to leave. I'm going to still do the one on the top, but I'm going to actually not do the ones on the sides because I don't want this looking three-dimensional by accident, because it's not my goal at all. There we go, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and go over all the lines. I'm going to go ahead and erase all the lines that I need to. And then after that, I'm going to go over all the lines again, and I'm going to just make everything a little bit more distinct, add some extra details, and then after that, I think that's going to be the drawing right there. First off, though, as said, we got to go over all these lines, all the pencil lines that is, and erase them. So let's go ahead and just start doing that. And there we go. And now that I've done that, let's go ahead and now start going over these lines just a little bit. Oh wait, I just realized I need to, there's a little bit more to erase. Okay, actually I'm gonna go over this just a little bit more, make sure there's nothing more I need to erase, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and start going over the lines again. All right, I'm thinking that should do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and now start going over all these lines again. And now that there's no graphite where I'm trying to draw, it seems my pen is working a little bit better. I was a little bit afraid maybe it was getting a little bit low there for a moment, but thankfully not. But you know, this drawing is definitely shaping up to be one I like a little bit more so than not. I am already thinking that I could do some things better with this drawing. But for my first go at drawing a fish on a crucifix, I'm pretty satisfied with it in all honesty. I really got no complaints on my behalf. You know, I am pretty satisfied with this drawing as a whole so far. There are just some other details that I do need to add in, and there's some lines I want to thicken up and whatnot, but nothing too much going on by any significant degree. Let's just go ahead and kind of make these just a little bit bigger, I'm kind of thinking, just like that. Especially this one over here. This one needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Those really look like nails now. I almost forgot to do another line on the fins, so let's go ahead and do that. Got to make sure everything's got another layer on it after all. And there we go. Now that I have done that, let's go ahead and just kind of finish this up just a little bit more so than not. Just trying to figure out where I need to add some extra details and everything like that. Just kind of where to thicken up lines and whatnot. Just like that. Oopsies. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it in all honesty. Well, this is the fish on a crucifix. Is there anything else I want to do to the drawing? I think I said that. I think that's it. I don't think there's any other details I want to add. Is there anything else I need to clean up just before I go ahead and end the video? I'm not really seeing anything that really sticks out to me too much. Maybe just some little details down here. No, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied with this drawing as a whole, I definitely have to say. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. I'm thinking maybe one thing I could do is I could kind of add some lines going around and whatnot. Well, I think that's pretty much it in all honesty. I don't think, well, I'll just add some extra lines going kind of over there. Maybe some lines kind of coming off of that, just like that, just a little bit. There we go. Well, I'm thinking that's the drawing pretty much all done. Maybe I added a little bit too many lines, but it is what it is. I can always redraw this if I want to. Still, though, more so than not, I am much more happy with this drawing than not. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this drawing. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Let me know in the comments down below. I really like the concept of this drawing. I think it's really funny. And I hope you guys like the design I drew today as well. I'm very satisfied with this. I think it's pretty good as a whole. And I hope you guys think the same. I hope you guys do think the same. As said, though, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this drawing. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Let me know in the comments down below. And, of course, as well, please make sure to, like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?